I never believed in ghosts until I stepped foot into Hollowbrook High School. The old building stood imposingly on the outskirts of town, its dark windows and weathered bricks telling tales of decades gone by. They say every town has its secrets, and Hollowbrook's was a sinister one, a haunted school that had whispered its chilling stories for generations. It was a rainy afternoon when I first walked through the towering entrance. The air inside felt heavy, suffused with a strange energy that sent shivers down my spine. As I navigated the echoing hallways, the sound of my footsteps was accompanied by faint whispers that seemed to come from the walls themselves. My first class was in room 307, at the end of a long corridor. The door creaked open, revealing an ancient classroom frozen in time. Dust-covered desks stood in neat rows, their surfaces marred with the initials of long-forgotten students. The blackboard bore the fading remnants of lessons taught decades ago, as if the room had been abandoned in haste. As I settled into my seat, a chill ran down my spine. I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. I turned around, but no one was there. The sensation persisted, growing more intense with each passing moment. And then, the lights flickered, casting eerie shadows on the walls. I glanced around, trying to find an explanation, but the source of the disturbance remained elusive. The teacher arrived, her footsteps echoing in the hallway before she entered the room. She seemed oblivious to the strange occurrences, launching into her lecture as if everything was normal. But her words were drowned out by a soft, mournful melody that seemed to drift through the air. I looked around, but no one else appeared to hear it. As the days turned into weeks, the haunting occurrences became more frequent. Objects would move on their own, whispers grew louder, and footsteps echoed through empty corridors. Students shared eerie stories during lunch breaks, each tale more unsettling than the last. Some claimed to have seen shadows darting between the lockers, while others swore they heard disembodied laughter in the empty gymnasium. One night, I decided to explore the school after hours, driven by a mixture of curiosity and fear. The moon cast a pale glow through the windows, illuminating the dim hallways. I ventured into the basement, where the air was damp and heavy, and the sound of dripping water echoed eerily. As I descended the narrow staircase, a chilling breeze swept through the corridor, carrying with it the scent of decay. The flickering light bulb at the end of the hallway barely illuminated the darkness beyond. I took a cautious step forward, my heart pounding in my chest. And then, from the shadows, a whisper reached my ears, icy fingers tracing my spine. "Help me," the voice pleaded, its tone a mix of desperation and sorrow. I scanned the darkness, but I could see nothing. Fear knotted my resolve, urging me to flee, but a sense of empathy held me in place. "Who are you?" I whispered, my voice quivering. A figure materialized before me, a young girl with hollow eyes and tattered clothes. Her form wavered like smoke, and her voice was a mere echo. "I'm trapped," she said, her voice barely audible. "Help me find peace." My instincts told me to run, but compassion held me steady. "How can I help you?" I asked, my heart aching for the tormented soul before me. The girl's story unfolded in fragments, a tragic tale of betrayal and untimely death. She had been a student at Hollowbrook High decades ago, and her life had been cut short under mysterious circumstances. Her spirit had lingered, trapped between the realms of the living and the dead. Determined to help her find peace, I delved into the school's history. With the help of old yearbooks and dusty records, I uncovered the truth behind her death. Armed with the knowledge of her story, I returned to the basement. With a trembling voice, I spoke the girl's name and recounted the details I had discovered. The air grew heavy with anticipation as the shadows seemed to coalesce around us. And then, a brilliant light burst forth, illuminating the darkness and banishing the cold. The girl's form became solid, her features softened by a smile of gratitude. As the light faded, so did the haunting presence that had plagued Hollowbrook High. The whispers ceased, the footsteps fell silent, and the air grew clear. In the end, the haunted school became a place of stories rather than nightmares. The girl's spirit found the peace she had sought for so long, and the lingering chill that had once gripped the corridors dissipated. The townspeople shared the tale of the haunted school, a story of compassion and redemption, reminding us all that even in the darkest places, there is hope for healing and closure.